Okay, all right. I guess we are live now. Hi, everyone. It's Global Scholarships, and I'm your host, Az. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great, and I'm here today joined by Ayman, as always. Ayman, hi. How are you doing? How are things going?
Hi, Az. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too. Thank you very much. I'm doing okay. So, everyone, if you're new to this live stream, we do this every Friday at this hour on both YouTube and Facebook. So, if you're watching this on Facebook, we have a YouTube channel too. We also have a TikTok account. You might want to see those. We share a lot of informative stuff. For example, last week we hang on. What did we? Never mind. This week we are like sharing top 9 best medical schools in Japan or Switzerland. In Switzerland. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, be sure to join us there too. Now on our live streams, we go over a couple of scholarships. But if at any point you have any questions, this is basically for us to be here and answer any questions that you might have with the help of Ayman. Yes. So at any point, if you have any questions, be sure, feel free to ask them. You don't have to wait for me to finish talking about what I'm talking, and just it could be about anything. Doesn't have to be about the specific scholarship or the school I'm talking about. Just could be about anything concerning studying abroad or in general, like scholarships and etc. So anyway, now everything looks good, and so I'm going to start today's live stream. But before that, I just let me show you our search tool, which is an incredible tool. Now you can see this, right? This is our search tool. It's globalscholarships.com homepage. You come here, and if you have anything in your mind, you can, for example, business. You can just type in business, choose subject business, or maybe a country, maybe Canada. You can just click them, choose them, and they will show you, our search tool shows you all the scholarships that are available for you. For example, as you can see, we have more than 400 scholarships in our database. You can specify your degree, location, scholarship type, and deadline, subjects, and etc. So it's an extremely useful tool, right? It's completely free. You don't even have to have an account. You can just come here and use that. Anyway, so let's start with our first scholarship of the day. Today we're going to see 4 scholarships. But again, the main point of the live stream is just you coming in and asking your questions. So always feel free to do that, right? Now, the first scholarship of the day is undergraduate scholarship at Suncheon National University in South Korea. Now, this is for bachelor students. As you can see, it's full tuition. It's not full funding, so it only covers your tuitions, which is already not that extremely high in South Korea. But again, it can be quite unaffordable for a lot of people. Now, for bachelors, there are not that many full funding scholarships for international students. Oh, hang on, let me share the link to both YouTube and Facebook. We have 1 reaction on Facebook, but 0 viewers. How does that happen? I think there is a glitch. Okay, yeah, I can see that now. All right. So now this is again for all nationalities, for all subjects. Okay. Yeah, I was saying there are not that many many scholarships for bachelor students, and the ones that exist are usually like full tuition and not full funding. So we're going to see a couple of full tuition scholarships today. This is for people who want to study in South Korea. As you can see, it covers 100% of your tuition fee. Now, what might be that tuition fee? You can just click here on Suncheon National University to go to the university's page, and here you have every piece of information you might need about the school, like where it is, the student population, how many scholarships are there, like the admissions, the deadlines, and as you can see, we have the tuition fees here. It's about 3,000-4,000 United States dollars, US dollars. So it covers entirety of that. This is yearly, by the way, per year. So, and if you want to see where the university is, let's see the university. It's in South Korea. Now, here it is. Here's the university. It's not an amazing university. It's not one of the highest ranking universities in South Korea, but if you want to study in South Korea, this might be a good pick for you. As you can see, this is the university, the campus. Now, this covers your tuition fees, again, which might add up to around $16,000 or maybe more, maybe $20,000. Now, one thing about South Korea is that it's not extremely affordable. Like it can be quite expensive, especially like urban centers, cities. So another thing that we can look into is the cost of living here, for which we can use the like website of Numbeo, cost of living. Here you can just go here and see, like for example, there is no Suncheon here, but we can just use Seoul. As you can see, hang on, let me use this as dollars. Yeah, it's about more than $1,000. So like if you want to study here, this covers your tuition fees, but you would still need to find another way to like cover your living expenses. That is quite important. And if you want to learn more about this scholarship, as you can see, there is no eligibility criteria here. You can just click here to go to the university's page, which wouldn't have that much of an information, because like what would there be? Like it covers your tuition fees. That's pretty much it. As you can see, we have different types of students here, enrolled and new students, new transfer students. Here it is. There are also graduate scholarships here as well, but this is for undergraduate students. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is for bachelors. Basically, it covers your entire tuition fees. And the admission deadline is June 30. So if you have, Ayman, do you have anything you want to add about this scholarship? It's pretty straightforward.
Yes, indeed. Like it's pretty straightforward. So for people who used to visit our website for today, like they may notice that we have made a few changes. We made the page a little shorter, a little bit more, or a little bit easier to just scroll through, just see the
Sorry,
information.
do you mean the scholarship page, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, go on, please.
So
Sorry.
we just made a few changes in order for it to be just very accessible, and in order for our visitors to just see the information they need immediately. There's no fluff. They just get all the information as soon as they get to the page, so they don't have to scroll too much to get all the information they need. Other than that, I think it's the same advice I give people every single week, I guess, at this point. Although, as I mentioned before, South Korean universities do this best. They keep their English websites up to date, but always, when it comes to scholarships, try to go to the main website, which is in Korean. Well, that applies to a lot of other countries in Asia, like China, Taiwan, Japan. So just go to the main language website and then look for the information there, because some scholarships are updated, so they probably change the coverage, they probably change the name completely, and with that a few things change as well. Sometimes the scholarships just are not offered anymore. They're offered for a year, then the next they're not offered. So make sure to just check if the scholarship is still there before you apply for it.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. That's something we emphasize every week. It's quite important, I believe. So yeah, everyone, if you want to study in Asia, clearly learning the language is quite important. But even if you do not know the language, just do your best to get the information from the native language as well, because as Ayman said, like those are more frequently updated. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this scholarship, undergraduate scholarship at Suncheon National University. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask them on either side at any point you feel like. So other than that, I'm gonna move on to our second scholarship of the day. Again, this is for bachelor students. It's freshman scholarships at Webster University. Now, this too is full tuition, I'm afraid, not full funding. So, as I said, there are not that many full funding scholarships. And when I try and find at least full tuitions to show you guys, I kind of try to make at least some of them from America, because I know, like, both it's a very popular place, and also the tuition fees are normally extremely high compared to other places, for example, like Europe, that is excluding United Kingdom, or like Asia, China, South Korea, and even Japan. So it is one of the main things that people kind of have problem affording. So I try to at least include one from United States. So anyway, this is from Webster University. It's for bachelor students. It's full tuition. There are no specific nationalities or subjects. Let me share the link. Why do I keep forgetting this? Okay, there it is. This is the link. So again, the deadline is June 1st, as you can see. This too just covers your full tuition fees. Not much to say other than that. Let's see the university, Webster University. Actually, it's in a quite affordable place in terms of United States. As you can see, there are 7,000 students, 3 scholarships. This is one of them. We have deadlines here. We have tuition fees. As you can see, this is around like $30,000 for bachelors, which is quite high for a lot of people. And so if you want to learn where the university is, it's just here in Missouri, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's in St. Louis, Missouri. This is the university. Again, this is also not one of the highest ranking universities in the United States. But you know, the higher the quality of education, like more prestigious the university, more competitive scholarships are. So this is still a very good pick if you want to study in the United States. And I do know for a fact that a lot of you do, like considering your questions about the United States. And so this is where it is. It's in Missouri, right? So we can see Missouri, how expensive it is to live in Missouri, just using Numbeo. And where's Missouri? Here it is. Here's St. Louis. We have St. Louis, and as you can see, hi. One of our viewers said hi there. So as you can see, the cost of living for a single person is estimated to be around $1,000. Now, this, I believe, is a very good tool to use, even though it's not incredibly reliable because it's crowdsourced. And so even though like we have a lot of numbers here, for example, as you can see, like West and East Coasts are way more expensive than here. For example, let's see, New York is about $1,600, while Missouri is comparatively cheaper. So yeah, this is without rent, by the way. So what this means is you would need a monthly around $1,000 to cover your living expenses. Of course, this is not for someone who's not a student. For students, like cost of living is kind of lower. It would be probably lower than this one. So yeah, but America is kind of an expensive place, so like even though this covers your tuition fees, I would have a plan for covering my financial burden, living expenses, etc. So anyway, this is the university, and you know, like scholarship is pretty much this that covers your tuition fees. We have some eligibility criteria. You have to be a full-time student, upholding 3.75 cumulative GPA, and a minimum 27 ACT. You can see these here through the link I provided in the YouTube chat. And then again, here too, not that much of an information. You can just see here, we also have other scholarships as well. Even though there are not that many provided by the university. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one?
Sorry. Yeah, so the university is kind of cheap in comparison to other universities in the US, but I would say that tuition fees are just within the average.
Yeah.
But it's understandable given that it's in Missouri, and I don't think that a lot of people go to Missouri.
Yeah.
But it's still a good university. The requirements as far as the ACT or SAT are not that high for this scholarship, but the GPA seems to be more of the focus. So I think for both scholarships that fall under this one, you would need a high GPA, and not so much when it comes to the ACT or SAT. I'm not sure if this university is test optional when it comes to ACT or SAT, because some universities are, but since it's required for the scholarship, I think it's safe to assume that it's not. So they require both GPA and SAT or SAT, ACT or SAT for admission. Other than that, I think that the deadline is tomorrow. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's right. Yeah.
So I guess
Oh,
so
that
it's a
flew
little
over
bit
my
too
head.
late.
Sorry about that. Like, if you're interested, you need to just like go now. So sorry about that. I guess I misread it as July the 1st. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, we also put these clips like on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see other scholarships that we've done maybe last week or the week before that, you might want to check those out too. But yeah, other than that, this is it. So yeah, I mean, if you want to study in the United States, maybe like for PhD students, there are more options with graduate assistantships and etc. But for bachelors, like there aren't that many that covers your like living stipends and etc. So having a like full tuition coverage is quite good, and it would be quite competitive. Anyway, so this is it. Freshman scholarships at Webster University. Hello from Bangladesh. Hi. I want to know about some less competitive scholarships in Europe for below average student. I can see your comment. You don't need to post it again. Maybe like there's a problem in the connection. Like, first of all, I would recommend you to use our search tool. Like, for example, you can just go into here, and like usually less competitive ones would be the ones that are partial funding, or maybe if there are quite specific scholarships, for example, people from Bangladesh, like you can look up for those. And now this is coming to our search tool soon. I've talked to Jan, and like, for example, if you specify a nationalities, it will be that like scholarships that specify that nationality will be higher up in the search results. So maybe we do not have that now, but hang on, let me see something. So you don't see the so okay, these are the ones that specify countries. So yeah, you might want to look into those. But other than that, I would advise to use our search tool. That might be the first advice. But other than that, Ayman, what do you think? Like, what would you give us as any insights about this one? They are looking for less competitive for below average students. And this is for
Yeah.
bachelor's degrees. Hang on,
So
sorry.
if you're
I'm sorry
sorry,
interrupting you. But like if our viewer is still here, I think they do have a connection problem. And if you can specify, either you are like a below average student at bachelor's degree and you're looking for like graduate scholarships, or you are looking for bachelor's degree scholarships as a below average student, like if you can specify that, like it may be easier for us to help you. But other than that, I'm sorry for interrupting you, Ayman. Please go ahead.
yeah, no worries. So, um, if you're looking for fully funded scholarships, it's remotely impossible to get those without good academic records. So I guess the best practical advice I would give someone in this position is probably to just look for public universities that are just free, because for the most part, education in Europe is free. So one of the requirements is just to learn the language of that country, because most of them offer um, courses in their native language for free, but if it's an English taught course, then you have to pay. So that's an option for someone with low grades.
Mhm.
You just have to just commit some time and, for example, learn Czech or learn German. Education in France is very, very cheap. Like it's probably in public universities, it's around like 400 to 800 euros. That's also an option if you can afford that. But scholarships in Europe are scarce because, well, education is kind of free.
Mhm.
And if they're offered, they're just offered to the top students. They're not offered to someone with low grades. And I think
Yeah.
that's where their issue is. So yes, I think that's your best option. The best option is just to look for a country that has free education, and then go for that, and then try your luck there rather than trying to look for scholarships, because those are generally not offered to. So they said they have completed their 12-year
12 year.
study as, yeah, as a commerce student. Now they're interested as a graduate in BTMBI. Yes. So they just finished high school and they're looking
Mhm.
for a bachelor's degree.
Right.
Yeah, so I would give you the same advice. It's either that or just go to university in your own country and then do well as a bachelor student and then apply for a master's, apply for scholarships either in Europe or elsewhere with good grades. Because right now you're not in a position to get a scholarship. Your best chance is to look for free education or to just pursue a bachelor's degree in your home country and then look for opportunities as a master's student.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that. And if there is anything else that we can help you, please make sure to ask. Again, as Ayman said, there are some like universities in Europe that offer fee waivers, and ones that have, for example, in Italy, quite lower tuition fees. So like a lot of universities are also free in Europe. So your main financial concern would be like being able to afford to live there as a student. So I would make a plan for that, or as Ayman said, which I believe is a very good advice, to like get your bachelor's degree in your own country, and use that 4 years not to just like finish your bachelor's education, but also like maybe financially and academically prepare yourself for like a master's or PhD degree so that you can study abroad. That might be a better way. So I have some part-time jobs experience and also have 2 volunteering certificate, and I have published my own book. Those are very good, I believe, non-curriculars. Ayman, what do you think?
I'm sorry?
They
Oh,
said they have some part-time job experience and also have 2 volunteering certificate and published their own book. GPA is 8 out of 10 and IELTS band 7. So they gave us more information. Maybe you can give more insights about this.
yeah, but like when they say that, I don't see how this is below average.
GPA
Eh,
8 out of 10 is not.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not below average. Like below average would be 4. Yeah, the IELTS score is good. The GPA seems good, and their extracurriculars seem fine. They published their own book, which is good. Um, yeah, I'm not really sure. Um, yeah, in that case, I mean, it's still um not easy to get scholarships, especially in Europe, for undergraduate students. But I mean, if you can somehow afford to live in a European country, education is for the most part free. So you can apply,
Yeah.
and then so just apply for universities, and based on your admissions, you can make a decision, because you you can't rely on scholarships, especially for Europe. Um, if you want to apply for US, that's also an option. Um, but I think uh, you'd also need a little bit of family contribution. So your family needs to contribute to your education. I'm not sure uh, enough about their financial situation to give them
Mhm.
more advice. So if you can afford a little bit, then it would be really possible. And I think with their credential, if they apply, they would get admitted. It's just the fact that whether they would be able to afford living there.
Yeah. So, like, one good idea might be to, for example, like you can just search maybe for cost of living, like, and maybe have some countries in mind that you might be able to afford, like a almost. Oh, I see. That's why I said below. Like they say, in their country, almost 70% get a GPA 9, 10 out of 10. That's why they said below average. I see. Now. I'm sorry, I've read that aloud now that retracted the message. But I believe also, like, if you have part-time job experience, that this wouldn't be something you are quite like um, not used to. Like, you would be able to get part-time jobs, and there are some specifically more affordable places, like maybe Portugal or Spain. Now, what you could do is to go to our search tool, maybe go for full tuition scholarships, and like type in the country you are interested in. A lot of those scholarships are not nationality based. So, for example, you can say maybe France, and there are, as you can see, there aren't that many of those free tuitions, even them. And then like maybe if you get them, you would go there and like find part-time jobs. There are a lot of part-time job opportunities for students in a lot of European cities. So yeah, that might be a good idea. I believe, like, with your credentials, I think full full tuition might be a reasonable target. Now, one viewer on Facebook asked, they are 47, can they get a scholarship for Master in Education? I hope they are still here. Sorry about the delayed answer. Ayman, would you like to kick off with this one?
Yeah, so unfortunately, in all the scholarships that I know of, the limit for masters is 35, and then the limit for PhD is 45.
Right.
Above those ages, you probably would have to pay to pursue any kind of education at that level.
Right.
So these are the limits for scholarships.
Mhm.
But for admission, there's no limit. So you can pursue education, but you'd have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah, I believe like it might be kind of considered fair for these types of financial aids to go to younger people and students from the point of view of universities. Anyway, we don't seem to have any other questions, so I'm gonna move on to our. I'm gonna unpin this one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Our third scholarship of the day, which is Earth Science and Engineering MSc PhD scholarship for women at Imperial College London. This is a very specific scholarship. And now here it says numbers of recipients are not specified, but we're going to see about that. This is for master's students. I try to include some scholarships for masters. PhDs usually have. Can you please explain to me the affirmative action? That is a very, very broad question. Ayman, what do you think?
Yeah, so apparently they're just like procedures to eliminate any kind of discrimination when it comes to applications. Um, so it's generally like applied when you're applying for university or applying for a job. They just have a
So
set of
I'm sorry
procedures or
for
rules.
sorry,
Yes,
I'm
sorry.
sorry for interrupting you, but they kind of followed up with that question. May you please explain to me the affirmative action and its impacts to the 2024-2025, especially on the financial aid, please? I guess they're asking in terms of financial aid. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but they followed up, so I wanted to add that too.
Yeah, so honestly, that's as much as I know because I've heard of it like vaguely. That some universities, some workplaces use this to eliminate any kind of discrimination that may happen to applicants. But I am really not sure what the impact is as far as the 2024, 25 financial aid. I'm not sure if it even has any implications. And if it does, they shouldn't be bad implications. But that's just my personal deduction from the little I know. I would advise whoever asked the question to just look further into it or ask the university they're applying for. So generally, they have uh, international recruitment officers, and they're always happy to answer any questions you have as far as the university's policy is concerned when it comes to financial aid. So that shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, thank you very much. So yeah, back to the scholarship. Now this is for master students. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities, but it's for just earth science and engineering. June 30 is the admission deadline. As you can see, it covers the entirety of the tuition fees and a 1-year bursary. It also says living stipend, but we're going to see that. Now, the university is a very well-known university, Imperial College London. As you can see, like, this is the university, not much to say, really. There are 11 other scholarships in the school. It's a very prestigious university. As you can see, tuition fees are quite high, especially for master's students. They add up to like £150,000, which is quite high. And now this isn't for everyone, but like it's for a very specific group of students. I think this probably needs to be changed. Like, eligibility criteria is you just need to be an international master's student or applicant of Imperial College London, but there are more, I believe. You can just click here to go to the scholarship page, right? And here it says number of awards is 1, even though at our page it's not specified. I'm not sure about like why is that. As you can see, we have all the information here: postgraduate thought, postgraduate doctoral, home or overseas, like covers your tuition fees in either case. And wait, hang on a second. This is not true. It's not right. Admission deadlines are different here. Maybe they are like extended. I'm not sure. Maybe Eamon can help us with more information on this one. Anyway, there isn't much to say about this one. You can get more information here. Like, if you want to study earth science and engineering for your graduate degree, it covers quite a lot of things. A 1-year bursary, 3.5 years of stipend, and tuition. Yeah, it says stipend. So maybe this might, like, it would be better, like, it would be good if this was kind of updated. Also, our viewer asks, what would you advise the current applicants for the fall 2025 intake on how to face the uploaded digital SAT band's score requirements? Eamon, do you want to help us with that?
Yes. So as far as I know, like they changed the SAT, but that was like 2023. So at the beginning of this year, the digital form doesn't mean that you can take it at home, but you just take it digitally, but with supervision. So there's always a supervisor that will watch you take the test. So I don't think that it has much of an impact compared to the way they used to do it before. But I believe it just became shorter. And yeah, I'm just trying to see the question, and they say how to face it. So I'm not sure what they mean by that. So what do you mean by how to face the updated digital SAT band score?
Yeah, maybe you can specify it a little bit more clearly. We might be able to help you better. And so maybe our viewer can give us more information about what they mean. And Eamon, on the scholarship, do you want to add anything? I believe maybe the link might be broken. So earth science, we have more actually, but this is departmental. Hmm.
I'm not sure. You haven't posted the link in the chat.
Oh, oh, of course, of course. Sorry about that. Just let me share the link. I don't think I've shared the previous one either. I keep forgetting these. Sorry.
Yeah, so the link for on their website works for me.
Okay. So I believe there is like there is a little bit of difference in information in our page
Oh,
and like application deadline, maybe number of words like recipients might be updated.
um, yeah, so for them it's the 12th, and on our website it says the June 30th. But
Right. So
they have never updated this one, so it's still 2023.
okay, so also you can get more information from here by like earth science, clicking all information available on the website, earth science and engineering studentships. Again, this is a very specific scholarship,
Mm-hmm.
but like I believe this is one way to filter out a lot of people that might be interested in like information is also a little bit more difficult to find and etc. So anyway, this is the third scholarship of the day, Earth Science and Engineering, MSc PhD. I would advise you to Love from India. Hi, thank you very much. If you have any questions, we are here to help you as best as we can. Thank you very much. Hang on, let me just, yep. Okay. So I don't think we have any other questions. Hi there. Hi. Another one of viewers from Facebook said hi. Hi. Now I'm going to move on to our fourth and last scholarship of the day. But if you have any questions, don't wait for me to finish the scholarship. You can just ask your questions at any point. They don't have to be about the scholarship. They don't have to be about the university. Just like any issue that maybe we can help you, give you a better insight, etc. So yeah, where are you from? I am from Turkey. But as a like, if you are asking about the global scholarships, like it's from pretty much quite a lot of different places in the world. Like we don't have a specific place that all of are from. So yeah, and okay. Again, at any point, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Just ask. Other than that, our fourth scholarship of the day is, let's see, it's a graduate assistantships and associateships at Western Michigan University 2024. Another viewer asked, can I do my PhD after MBBS in Japan? What are the best universities which accept next scholarships for postgraduate students, and what is the process to apply to one? Amen. There are a lot of words that I don't understand there, so I'm just going to defer to you with this one.
Yeah, so mixed scholarships are the government scholarship. So the Japanese government scholarship offered by the Japanese government. There are a list, or there's a list of universities that fall within this specific scholarship. So it is offered at um some universities, but not others. For the most part, I think it's just public universities. For private universities, I'm not sure, but for I think it's safe to assume that none of them uh, offer mixed scholarship, but I could be mistaken on that part. Um, so you should first look for universities that offer English taught courses, and then uh, further shorten or shortlist them into universities that offer MEC scholarship. Um, I think you can find the full list of universities. Yeah, yeah, you can find the full list, and then basically just try to see if they offer the course you're looking for, and then try to make sure that it's in English. And that should be a very, very straightforward process. So just, I think the first step is to look for mixed scholarship universities. Then you have a full list. Then try to see within those the ones that offer the course you're looking for, and then just make sure that it's offered in English. And it's basically straightforward from there. If you want to know the best, you can just rely on their world ranking. Um, we have another website, which is Study Abroad Aid, where we post the ranking for universities, not only in terms of education, but as far as their value to international students. So basically, it's the quality of education and also affordability. If you want to check that as well, so you can check Study Abroad Aid of value or best value universities for international students, and you'll also find uh, the universities that are best for international students in terms of academic reputation and also um, affordability.
Okay. Thank you very much, Eamon. And our viewer also says thank you. You're welcome. If you have any other questions that we might help you, just feel free to ask them. That link I provided is to our article in our website about Japanese government scholarships. And we just like last week published a video about Japanese government scholarships. So if you're interested in that, you might just want to check out our YouTube channel. It's like basically this article but as a video, so like maybe easier to consume. Anyway, sorry. So again, if there's anything else we can help you, just feel free to ask them. So anyway, this is again graduate assistantships and associateships at Western Michigan University. This is for masters and PhDs. It's full funding. There are no specific nationalities or subjects for this one. And the deadline is July the 1st, not June the 1st. It's July the 1st. So good. That's good. So we do assistantships every week pretty much. I believe there are good options for PhD students. And as you can see, like if you go to our like search tool and just like look for PhD scholarships, like especially in the United States, quite a lot of them are graduate assistantships. These are basically kind of like employment in a university. You get to work for a certain amount of time, like 20 hours a week in university. And as you can see, it covers up to 100% of tuition fees, which can, like in American universities, can go up to quite a high number. And also it gives you a stipend of $13,000 per academic year, which we're gonna see the like where this university is, but it should be kind of like above the minimum wage. You also get other things like on-campus privileges, a library, campus bookstore, facilities, and fee exemptions. I don't see health insurance here. This doesn't cover health insurance, apparently. So the university is Western Michigan University. It's clearly in Michigan. Has about 20,000 students, 8 other scholarships, and as you can see, we have the admission information here. You can just click on these. We have deadlines here. We have tuition fees. Actually, tuitions are not that high for a US university. And so if you want to learn where the university is, and we can just check it here. So here it is. It's in Michigan. As you can see, it's kind of closer to East Side. This is the university. It's not an extremely large university, and like Michigan is not also, it's not that extremely affordable, if I remember correctly. Hang on, let me see. Can't find Michigan. This is odd. Yeah, here it is. So, like if we look into Detroit or, again, not that extremely high as much as like New York or West Coast, or yeah. So this is the university. It's pretty much it. Not a very large university. And if you want to get more information, you can just click here to go to the university's page for the scholarship. We have some eligibility criteria: full-time and a degree-seeking degree, and a 3.0 GPA or higher, which is not that high. And you can just click here to go to the university to see what it covers. And here is the general information: teaching assistantships, research and service assistantships, and associateships. What are the difference? Yeah, you can get more information here. So these are the benefits, but like I would advise you to look also into healthcare. Healthcare is extremely important in the United States. I always emphasize that. But other than that, that's it. It's one of the graduate assistantships that we've seen. Like we do one every week. So you go and work either as like a teaching assistant or a research assistant, and you get a stipend, tuition fees are covered, and you get some additional benefits. That's pretty much it. Eamon, do you want to add anything about this one?
Yeah, so one thing I never mentioned about graduate assistantships in the previous weeks is that you can only apply for them after admission, unlike other scholarships. So you can't bank on them if you want to study abroad. So you need to make sure that you can afford studying and living there, as you can't apply before going there. So once you're there and once you're an enrolled student, only then you can apply for these assistantships. So that's a very, very important part about assistantships that international students need to know, because you can't go there with the expectation that, oh, I'll just go there, apply for an assistantship, and then I can afford my education, because you can apply and not be accepted, and then you're in a position where you can't afford living there or studying there. I mean, chances are you could afford your admission because you were admitted, but if you're planning on using the assistantships as a way to fund your stay in your country of destination, it's not an option. So you need to make sure that you have all your finances ready before applying for assistantships.
Yeah, that's a very important thing to emphasize. Other than that, I guess that's it. All right, so this was the last scholarship of the day, graduate assistantships at Western Michigan University. And we don't have anything else right now. So if you have any other questions, just I'll have a minute of lull here before we end the live stream. So feel free to ask any questions that you might have. Otherwise, we're going to end the live stream here. So thank you very much for being here today. And if you are watching this after the live stream, again, thank you for watching. We do this every Friday on both YouTube and Facebook. So like, if you want to get more information about scholarships and in general about studying abroad, visit our website at globalscholarships.com or see our YouTube channel. We share a lot of information. Now we also have a TikTok account. We share a lot of information there too. We're gonna start doing live streams also next week. So yeah, my brother is now in Romania studying at undergraduate program by self-financing. I don't believe that was the end of the question. I believe the question part will be coming later. Okay. So yeah, if you have any other questions that you missed the live stream to ask, you can just come to our YouTube channel and ask them in our comment section, and Hyun will answer them for you. So that's it. He paid his own kind of expenses, including tuition fees, by his part-time jobs. He do some odd jobs. Yeah, I believe like if you want to study in another country, like you will be needing to do like part-time jobs or like find other options of financing your own education. So I guess that's pretty much it for today, unless those comments are evolving into a question. Oops. Let's just wait for a little bit to see if they're asking a question. I think not. So, okay. Well, I guess it's time to end the live stream for us. Again, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Eamon, for joining me and helping us out today.
Yeah, thank you, Az.
So bye everyone. See you next week here at the same time, at same day. Bye.